I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Salute, and welcome back to the Black Ocean Announcement. We're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark, broadcasting to you live from the world famous Atlanta, Georgia, the city where lame ass niggas will get no attention from our women. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live tonight, and we have a hell of a broadcast over here for you tonight. We're gonna get some things straight from the A road to the zero on the subject matter that you saw in the thumbnail and the title. Oh, yes, we have to talk about these alabastrous women and a lot of the fallout that's going on behind the recent results of the election. Oh, we know we seen the Democrat shield billies crashing out left and right. And I'm going to have a part 2 of a broadcast coming up to show you furthermore just how demented and insane these Democrat shield billies are. They are losing their minds. I mean, family, it is so bad that a lot of them are talking about leaving the country. Hallelujah. Praise God. Leave. Take Kamemi and her tub wash greens recipe with your ass when you do. Thank God. I hope they really mean that and vote with their feet, because this nation would be better off without their ass. Look, here's what I suggest. All of you shillbillies need to not leave yet, okay? You need to wait till the Cheeto man gets in there and he deports your ass with these illegal aliens, because, boy, let me tell y'all something, man. We're going to touch on that a bit briefly here before we get into the main meat of the subject matter tonight. But, boy, this new border czar that he finna appoint, man, let me tell you, boy, that Tom Homan, boy, I call him send him home Homan. Oh, boy, he is not bullshitting. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. He was like, listen, they up here talking about, oh my God, you're going to break up families. He's like, no, we're not. We're not going to break up families. We just deport them all together. I'm like, damn it, that's what I've been saying. Now we finna get down to business. Let me tell you something. If he act, and when he get in that position, the way he talking, man, boy, look, let me go ahead and tell you illegal alien something right now. Okay? You know me. I've been promoting it because, you know, the classic 1980s tune there, Ice Ice Baby by the one Vanilla Ice. Now, usually I don't promote white rappers, but he has a song that is critical and timely to the era that we're in. You know, I've been promoting the Ice number for all of our good American citizens here to get these jokers up out of here, okay? So my suggestion to the illegal aliens is, you know, you better go ahead and get your suitcase packed up now, you know. Go ahead and look at you a return or a ticket back to wherever you came from. You know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't gonna go home, you better get the hell up out of here. You ain't got no business being here. Thank goodness. Okay. That's where I'm at with it. Yes, I am Ultra Petty. Salute to my good brother, Black Truth United for the cash out. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up and a black fist in the chat room if you can. Give me confirmation that you hear me loud and clear before we get started. If not, we will get the audio adjusted here tonight so that you can hear me, because we got a lot we need to cover, okay? Let me also further say that, you know, we had an X space not too long ago, and we're going to have a part 2 of that space, and we're going to have some follow-up about the things that we were discussing, because that point really needs to be driven home. And if you wonder where you can catch the playback on that, it's over on Patreon, but we will be having a part 2 of that coming up. We're going to have some special guests talk about certain things, because in this time that we're in now, let me tell you something. As far as Black America is concerned, we need proper Black masculinity on deck. We don't need whining ass niggas just crying about women and crying about this, that, and the third. And we don't need jealous ass niggas on deck that run from city to city whining about shit that their city doesn't have, okay? We don't need that. That's not where we're going in the new era here in Black America, okay? So just know that we'll have that coming up pretty soon. I will give you plenty of advance notice in case you all want to chime in and participate in that upcoming X Space, all right? But family, without further ado, you know we got to go ahead and get to the sponsor, right? We're gonna go ahead and play this classic one time, and after this classic, we're gonna get straight into tonight's subject matter.
You know what time it is. Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check this out, check this out, check this out. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check this out, check this out, check this out. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check this out, check this out, check this out. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can't keep running away. Can't keep running away.
I'll spell it for you. D-U-M-M.
When you need a worldwide tide because you're trying to flee your homeland with no pride, you must make sure that you have the right Joppa gear. We're talking the fleeing sportswear of the year. Before you hop on that inner tube, you need the shoes that all tethers must choose. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the only pair that will get you there without a care. Flee Force Ones. You need these shoes. Get running. Built from microfiber. Hand woven. Super light. Flexible. Strong and durable. Perfectly shaped. Waterproof. You need the shoes that will deliver when you're crossing those rivers. Yes, you must get a pair of the greatest Joppa wear. Flee Force Ones. Get running now. Oh yes, had to go ahead and play that one time because illegal aliens. I suggest that you get running and follow the advice of our sponsor here tonight. You better get you some Fleet Force Ones and get ready to skedaddle back down across this border here, whichever direction, or hit you an inner tube, whichever you choose, because send them home. It ain't bullshitting, okay? He is not playing with these tethers. Okay, and these illegal aliens coming all across this border, man, it's a brand new day and it's a long time coming. And shield billies, don't worry, you can leave with them. Fact of business, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are a person, you better be glad I ain't in charge. Because if you are a person that is for the undermining of our country, especially Black America, I would put your ass right along with them. I'm like, let me go ahead and get that citizenship up off your player and send you to greener pastures where you think you belong best at, because you don't belong over here. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, let me mind my manners. Greet my esteemed guests that I see joining us tonight. I see the good brother Nightfall Drop. I see Black Truth United, Charlie X, Only Pamela's Way, Patricia Jenkins, the fabulous V Mossman, the wonderful legs. I see Key Prince in here, Project Leroy, Stun Zed, a good brother Sylvan Skills, Heat St. Cloud. Let's see, make sure I don't miss anybody. Dr. Chanel Phillips. Yes, and by the way, Dr. Phillips, I'm also going to be putting together, probably in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to put together an egg space, but I'm going to be getting a bunch of you professional sisters to chime in, because usually, a lot of times, I know I'm guilty of having spaces where sometimes I only have the brothers up to talk. But this time, I'm going to do something quite different, okay? I want to put together a panel of professional sisters and have you all sisters give the younger sisters some game on things that they can do to get their paper right. That's alternatives to jumping on OnlyFans and things of that nature. So, Dr. Chanel Phillips, I may tap on you if you're available to help me with that task. And any of the rest of you, I'll be reaching out to some of you over the course of the next couple of weeks. And salute to the good sister Tanisha Murdoch in here. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Kevin Blackwell. Okay, the Lone Wolf Effect. Josh Norris, I see you, good brother. Hot Tub Tony 77, I see you. Let's see. Make sure I ain't missing anybody. Weldon Johnson X, what's going on, family? Let's see. Make sure that. Oh, chat almost went down. Okay, there we go. I see Wraith in here. Let's see. Invading Minds. Let's see. Making sure I get all of you. Yusuf Ali, Doc B1, Hot Ones in the House, Stolen Ancestors 1526, Delisa Marie, And B1 Satin Doll. And salute to my good sister, Mrs. L. Salute to you and your husband. Hopefully, sister, I'll be able to get you and your husband to tap in on that X Space if you all have the time. Like I said, it'll be in about 2 weeks or so. I'm going to take my time and organize a panel of professional sisters and just get y'all to drop some game for the younger sisters because, see, that's what it's all about. We can wag our finger at young men and women, but people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Salute to the good brother Project Leroy for the cash app. So I'm one of the people that I believe that if there's a void for something that needs doing, you don't wait for somebody else to do it. You take the initiative and get it done yourself, okay? But now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into everything we need to discuss here, oh, man. Oh, this just warmed my cold little heart. And see, I'm going to show y'all something, man. You remember when I was telling you about, the new upcoming or newly appointed, soon-to-be board of czar, Tom Homan, okay? Let me tell you something. Before I show you this, let me put y'all up on some game, okay? Get your pens and your pads out. I'm finna give you some good old Southern game. It's gonna help you wherever you go so you can remember this. You be like, GBS told me this. And every time, you know what I'm saying, that you hear this, you be like, yep, that's one of them. Let me tell you how you can recognize you dealing with a show no good old boy. Not a good old boy, a good old boy. That's right, it's a difference. That's right. You say good old boy, you better know what you mean. We ain't talking about good old boy. We mean good old boy. That's right, boy. You just completely tear up the word boy, boy. That's right. That's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna give you some game on how you recognize one of these good old boys. When they don't say police, okay, police. When they say police, when they skip that O and say police, oh, you got you one. Oh, boy, you dealing with the real deal, okay? And that's what we got here, Mr. Homan. And see, now, before I play this, oh, that's right, you looking at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Cortez on the screen with her ignorant ass. And this is going to be a perfect example of how if you're educated, it doesn't mean that you have common sense. See, the two are not always one and the same, all right? Nonetheless, she's about to get a crash course in what it's like to deal with a good old boy. Because see, now, all of you Latinos, okay, you taco tellers, all that anti-black racism you practicing, oh boy, if you over here illegally, you about to get the business. See, you white folks are not playing about their numbers. And see, I got bad news for all you Latinos that voted Republican. You think they ain't gonna get you too? If you over here illegally, let me tell you something. You really gonna get a wake-up call. And let me tell you why, because see, a lot of them celebrating, yeah, we voted in large numbers for Trump. That's cool, because I know you want to be indoctrinated and inducted into whiteness, but see, here's the bad thing about it. I hate to piss on people's parade. Okay, I'm lying. I don't, okay? I'm pissing all over your parade. That's right. I'm enjoying it, damn it. Let me tell you why. You don't have to believe me. Oh, disavow everything I've said. But you better believe math. And these white people are super sensitive about their dwindling numbers. They ain't trying to hear that you kind of look like them so you can come and blend in. No. Mark my words, just like I called this election. Watch, you gonna be like, damn, GBS, you called that shit. Let me tell you something, boy. The administration of the Cheeto, oh, man. I feel bad for you. But see, I'm saying this now because I want you anti-black taco tillers to understand that when this all goes down, don't you come over here. Black people were right. Jorge and Esmeralda, no, you don't. Hold your own horchata. Yes, your own horchata. Hold it. Hold it, and your empanadas, enchiladas, quesadillas, hold all that shit at the same time, okay? Now listen, I'm not a harsh man. I'm not a cruel guy. I can help you, okay? Now, I'm thinking about coming out. Of course, you will have to buy these because, you've been getting a lot of our tax dollars so you can afford these. I'm thinking about coming out with a brand of complimentary nut holding gloves, ladies and gentlemen. I am. I mean, because look, I understand that sometimes when you have to hold your own nuts, it can be kind of stressful and tedious on the hands. So me and my benevolent good nature, I'm going to come out with a pair of complimentary hold your own nut gloves, okay? I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna have some nice gloves, okay? It's gonna be lamb skin, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have a little tag on there with your name on it, you know what I'm saying, when you buy, illegal aliens, so that you can put these things on, okay? So it's finna get real cold, and you can hold your own nuts, because, see, we tried to warn you, okay? You should have been over here illegal in the first place, but see, all that anti-black stuff, no money for you. You remember that, the little dude in Chicago coming up and telling black folks what we not gonna get? Well, player, how you feel now? Yeah, you better be on the first thing smoking up out of here, because, see, let me tell y'all something. Black folks gather over here in this chat room tonight, call ICE, and if you extra nice, you call them more than twice. You hear me? Point their ass out. I'm talking about, hey, man, everywhere you say, oh, shit, we got us one. Listen, get you some drones, okay? You don't have to get the expensive car. Get some cheap ones. Have them circling around the neighborhood, recording, because, you can put into your micro SD card and get the recording and everything. You need to have you some of them. But I digress. I want to play this for y'all, right? And I'm not going to interrupt this, because, see, a lot of people tend to think, oh, GBS, you always got jokes. You exaggerating. Oh, no, there's no exaggeration. Let me introduce you to the man of the hour, okay? The man with the deportation power, Mr. Tom Homan. Ladies and gentlemen, take notes.
3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is
Oh boy. See, y'all thought I was playing in case you didn't know who the new incoming border czar was going to be, boy. Remember, did you hear when he pronounced the word police? He said police. That's one of them show enough good old boys right there, boy. He is not playing the radio. He quoting United States Code at little horseface Ocasio-Cortez. Did you see how her little eyes was bucking when he was talking to her? She sounded like she was about to cry because she know she probably wanted to flood us with a bunch of little illegal kinfolk. Like, don't worry about that. I don't even have to have you fill out paperwork. Just come on across the border. You'll get American tax dollars and everything. Well, little bucktooth bitch, I got news for you. You can cancel them plans. Hell, we might need to see if we can get you up out of here too. I'm just saying. Hey, and that goes for Ilhan Omar, all of them. Sweep their ass out. I'm telling you, I want them all gone. Listen, I want the shit to be called Operation Broom, okay? Sweep, sweep, sweep. Everybody in my chat room, I'm pretty sure that you appreciate having a fine, clean home, and we need a fine, clean America. It's time to sweep their asses up out of here. But we're not done yet, because this next clip I want you to listen to is courtesy of The View, okay? I got to play this before we get started with the main deal here tonight. Oh, boy, they are nervous. They are worried. And this is Anna Navarro, okay? Another little anti-black taco teller with her little old bad-built ass, okay? God, but what is it about the women where they just hit this age where they transition into refrigerators, okay? Refrigerators, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, you know what I'm saying, Hot Point, whatever you want to name. They just transition into refrigerators. I want y'all to listen to this and just listen to the nervousness in their voice. Oh, my God. this right here, the Christmas has come early for me. I am telling you, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm here for all of it. Let's let it play.
Look, Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He won. He's going to win the House. He won the Senate. For all effects and purposes, he's got the Supreme Court. They've given him immunity. This is what the country voted for. This is, you know, a lot of people thought that when he talked about mass deportations, he wasn't being serious. I don't know how many times he had to say it for people to realize he was being serious. Well, if you thought he wasn't being serious, the appointment of Tom Homan today as border czar, and he will be in charge of a mass deportation program, the largest the country has ever seen, they say. And now Stephen Miller, as deputy chief of staff, should let you know that he was absolutely serious. And when you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just going to be the criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations. What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. What it means is abuelos y abuelas. It means dreamers. It means your family members. It means your colleagues. It means your friends. It means people who are part of the society. And look, America, you know, those of you who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You screwed around and you're about to find out.
Oh, doesn't that just break your hearts? Oh, my God. Oh, Anna, baby. Listen, Anna, those of us who are actually citizens here, foundational Black American freedmen, we ain't got to worry about none of that. That's not going to affect us, baby. All them abuelas and all this other alas that you named there, I mean, listen. They can all get deported together because send them home Homan and Real Deal Miller, they're not playing games. Them white boys coming in there, they look like they're going to be implementing my idea, loading them asses up on catapults and flinging you right back across that damn border. That's right. I love it. I'm here for all of it because your anti-Black asses had so much to say towards Black people. You come over here talking about what money we ain't gonna get. Well, looks like you're not gonna get to stay somewhere where you came illegally. Because see, let me go ahead and tell you something, baby. Anna, well, I got your little bad built ass on the screen here. Let me talk to you, honey. Listen. Now, you need to understand something. America belongs to the people that sacrificed to build this nation. And nobody sacrificed more than foundational Black American freedmen. That's right. I need to talk to her in this voice because this is how they're going to be talking when they send them illegal buddies and abuelas and all these other alas that she mentioned back home. Let me tell you something, baby. You're going to go, and I don't care if you've been here 30 years illegally. I don't give a damn what you got going. If your ass came over here illegally, I want you gone. I don't care, young, old, I don't care. You need to go. You need to go. We can't do that in your country. So it's time, baby. That's what's going to happen, whether you like it or not. It's a brand new day, and all Goya powder must go. Okay? That's just what it is. If you're here illegally, you're going to go. And see, I'm glad she mentioned about the people in her community that voted for Trump because they want to get closer to whiteness. Baby, what you don't understand is this is why my people go so hard in the paint against coons, because coons, no matter what culture they're in, they're a detriment to that society. And those people in your community want to be white so bad that they don't see themselves as the rest of you. And they're like, I don't give a damn. I got my citizenship. Rest of your illegal ass can get up out of here. And thank you. Thank you to the coon class of the Latino community. You've done America a great service. They're going to get you too. But damn it, you were a useful idiot. So that's my monologue on that. Oh, can you tell I'm in an extra good mood, family? Can you tell? How all of y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? I mean, listen, man, I'm just reporting the news. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, okay? So now that we brought everybody up to speed on the events that are going to happen, and listen, I know what you're thinking. Tethers, okay, illegal aliens. You probably listen to this broadcast live record like, you damn you, GBS. Oh, hey, Horns, you are wrong. Listen, don't you dare bet against Sharkstradamus. I predict things and they come to pass. It's just a gift. The Most High put me here to do this work, okay? So I know. Listen, y'all know my track record when I tell you something. I don't just say shit and then it just be like, oh, man, he was wrong. If Sharkstradamus calls it, it shall come to pass. I promise you that. I'm going to tell you this way, like we say here in the South. If I tell you that a duck can pull a truck, you better hook that motherfucker up, okay? I'm telling you now, this is going to happen. This is going to happen, and you deserve it. You deserve it because, see, perhaps my people would be singing a different tune if you brought your anti-black asses over here and appreciated the sacrifices that my ancestors made to get you here. Perhaps we'd be like, hey, man, you know what? Them folks, man, they ain't trying to hurt nobody, man. Let them people go ahead and get citizenship. You know, look, they look out for us the way we looked out for them. You know, because our people show love. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was mentioning on the previous X-Space about hoe-ass niggas that come through cities that show everybody love and they call yourself trying to denigrate that. And I ain't through with them type of individuals yet. Oh, I got something coming. I'm going to really twist the knife in with that. Because, see, one thing about me, man, and most Georgia people, we don't bother nobody. But when you start with us, oh, boy, we on your ass like white on rice or paper plate in a snowstorm, and I'm going to be on your neck like Dracula from now on. So just know, I ain't done with that subject yet. Oh, yeah, I'm finna start coming out the heads about that bullshit. But nonetheless, we shall leave that alone for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into tonight's main subject matter here because I want to say something to my sisters. I know we laugh and we have a good time over here, but I have something very important I want to say to you all, okay? First and foremost, let me tell you something right now. And I want y'all to take notes on this, all jokes aside, okay? If you listen to the sound of this broadcast live or recorded in what's known as a sanctuary city or what have you, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Take my advice on this to the best of your ability. Start getting your essential supplies ready now. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. I mean, your basic necessities for your house. Make sure you got extra food, extra water, extra supplies, things of that nature. Whatever you need, start stocking up on it. I'm telling you why I'm saying that. Because, see, when this new administration gets in there, I played that clip for a reason. Tom Homan ain't bullshitting. They're talking about, okay, if you are going to be defiant of the federal statutes about deportation and no sanctuary cities, they're saying they're going to start cutting federal funding to these cities and these places that want to sit there and book what the federal mandate is going to be. So this is why I'm telling you to stock up now, because that's going to affect, you know, your ability to have what you need. So be prepared in advance. Please, please, please do not be the black person. And when somebody tell you something that has a good track record of being right about things, please listen to what I'm saying. As best you can, start getting your stuff stocked up. So that way, if you hit some hard patches, some real patches, you sitting already, be like, okay, I can coast through this, okay? So I'm telling you now, man, because a lot of them gonna try to buck that, because see, these Democrats, they're salty. This has proven something to me. They really hate this country. They rather see this country crash and burn. All you have to do is look back at the last 3.5 years, okay? 3.5, 4 years. And then look at how they ran the campaign. Instead of trying to do what's best for America, they want to tell you that, you know, hey, this piss that we throwing in your face is yellow rain and it's good for you. No matter how bad it smells, just go ahead and let somebody hit your lips and your mouth, okay? They want to sit here and tell you that the economy is doing just fine. They want to sit here and tell you, oh, it ain't no problem with the illegal aliens. Oh, what illegal aliens? Then meanwhile, they got CBP-1 apps flying them over here. So just take my word on that. Get your essential supplies together. So that way, when they start cutting off certain funding and things to these different sanctuary cities, you good to go. If you're able to, move out them motherfuckers, okay? I'm just telling you now, ahead of time. I see this coming. So please get ready to the best of your ability in advance, because these Democrats, they got to learn the hard way. See, they like that little rebellious child that you can't just give them one ass whooping to get them in line. Oh, no, you got to put them on punishment, take their toys away. You got to ground them for 6 months. You got to make sure that they understand that I'm not playing with your little hard-headed ass, okay? As we all know, a hard head makes a soft ass. But nonetheless, we're going to examine this subject here tonight. Sisters, understand that when Dr. John Henry Clark and many others told us we have no friends, they weren't saying that to be hyperbolic or just because it was a cute catchphrase. They meant that. So in relation to this election, I don't care whether it's Democrat or Republican. I want you to understand that you don't have any friends with these people. We're going to prove that here tonight because we're going to be analyzing something that a sister or an encounter that she had. Some of you probably already saw it, but when I saw it, I said, no, now that all this craziness is going on, there's a deeper lesson that needs to be taught on this. So we're going to get started, analyze some things here, and then we're going to stop it and break it down, point out different lessons here where need be. Let's get started.
So I really like so I called it right. And am I a liberal? Do I disagree? Are you a Democrat? Yes, I am. Okay. So the only people, so the only people who ever challenged, the only people who ever challenged, why did you do such a social conversation? Just shut your mouth. Educated women. No, listen, I'm a educated. It means that you understand what someone is okay. I think we felon, sex offender, and accused of espionage, indicted for espionage. Like I said, the only people who ever challenged me are white Democrat women. I am a 35-year national security expert.
Now, in case you don't know what's going on here, and by the way, I think this sister's name is Annette Catchings, okay? And salute to that sister. She's a conservative, and I wagered to say I think a Republican sister. And she was sitting at the table here with some of her white Republican female friends. Now, the Karen that she's arguing with, this is one of those unhinged liberals, okay, one of the commandment supporters. And instead of her minding her own damn business, she decides to chime in and start getting in this sister's conversation here. Now, family, there's going to be some things you're going to need to watch during this video because, see, many of you can probably relate to this. My sisters in here, no matter whether you FBA or non-FBA, you probably relate to that Karen on your job that's just like this. But there's going to be a lesson in this, so I want to see if y'all catch this, and then once I let this roll a bit further, we're going to start talking about it.
Oh, you're so smart. Who you are. Okay, Stop.
Everybody can believe in what they want to believe.
No, thank you. Will you tell her we were having a private conversation before she came over in my face saying, am I serious? So no, don't talk to me. Talk to her. You and I already know. You and I already know who is the one. Yeah, you and I already know. So take your attention right over here.
Now, let me talk to my sisters for a minute, okay? And shout out to this sister Annette Catchings there because, hey, she didn't do nothing wrong. She was sitting there talking to the people that she came into the restaurant with. However, we had to go ahead and point out the elephant, okay, the alabaster elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, but primarily I'm talking to you sisters because I want this to get through your heads, okay? Now, if you over here, chances are this won't apply to you, but just in case it might be, this is the time where when a black man is talking to you to actually give a damn about his sisters in the community, it's time for you to listen, okay? Let me tell you something. First and foremost, I'm going to give you the rules that I think every black person in the country should operate by, especially of my lineage. Down here in the South, we have an old rule of thumb that's been taught to us by parents and grandparents alike since we were young. We don't go nowhere with them folks like that when we like the only person. Even in public settings, that's not good. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, see, notice here that this sister was sitting at that table. Yes, they're discussing politics, but it's their right to do that if they choose to. Now, she's discussing that with her other white homegirls. And then the Karen over there jumps in their business hostile, too. Couple points right quick. First of all, sisters, y'all don't do that. I strongly advise against you going places with them folks like that. Because, see, if some shit actually go down, and I'm glad it didn't get to that point. That sister looked like she could handle herself. But if it had gotten physical, they're going to do one or two things. They're not going to help you if them folks try to turn on you or harm you. Or they may help them. Because at the end of the day, like I taught the broadcast, white always comes before red and blue, okay? Always. I don't care what you see. A lot of brothers tend to suffer from this too, but I'm talking to my sister tonight. You got to understand that them political parties, that doesn't hold an allegiance. Them folks don't hold allegiance to no political parties over their whiteness. It's white first. Just like we say black first, they say white first without saying it. They show you by their actions. And you see how, the sister And this is the thing that pains me. And I don't know if this sister's married or not, if she got a man. I don't know any of that information. But what pains me is when I see sisters and they get so passionate and upset, you know what I'm saying? Because she has a right to be upset. Let's be clear. But then she starts looking to them folks as if they're going to do the right thing and administer justice. Sisters, they're not going to do that. I know that's what they should do. I know even if it's their job, be like, okay, I'll tell XYZ person they're going to do it. No, you need to understand. They see like, hey, this is a bunch of white folks against a nigga in here. That's how they see that, okay? That's the way they see that. I know that doesn't sound right. I know some of you are saying, well, GBS, I got some good white friends, etc. And you just might. You might have some good white individuals. But see, you can bet your bottom dollar what's few and far in between. What's few and far in between is white folks that's going to be willing to cut for you and stand up against their people for you in public. That's few and far in between. Now, I thank goodness that this situation wasn't nothing that got physical, but I'm always looking at, okay, what if? What if? Because today in this climate, let me tell you, what if is going to be a very real possibility. So, you know, when I see the sister and you can see the look on her face, she look at her like, hey, you see who started this? You need to go ahead and get her. No, that's not how they see that, okay? We're going to let it play further here, and I'm going to make some other commentary on something I want y'all all to notice.
Right over there. Denial. Watch out, lady. You're trying me. You're trying me. Anata. No, why do you keep looking at me when she's the one agitating it? No. If you're going to be a mediator, then do it correctly. Address the person who you clearly see got up and got in my face. Man.
So now, this is the part where, brothers, this is where we got to tighten up at. I know you're saying, what you mean we? Let me talk to you, brothers. This is what we got to tighten up at. If you are a foundational Black American Freedmen man or a non-FBA man in my chat room that loves the women in your life, you need to sit them down and have this conversation with them, because we know, yes, our women can be headstrong and they're hard to listen, even to the brothers that they know we their only protection and we on their side. I get it, but the job of a man is not always easy, but we still have the responsibility to try to do our job to the best of our ability. What I mean by that is you need to make sure that you're having conversations with your sisters and the women under your charge about what I'm about to say here about this situation. Because, see, ladies, I want you to really look at this. And see, I know that most of you that are familiar with my content, you're going to listen to me, because you know that when I say something to you, I'm saying it out of love. I'm not somebody that just nitpick on our women, just talk shit for the sake of talking shit. I don't do that, okay? Ladies, I want y'all to really watch her situation here, and I want you to look at how this looks. When you get upset and you start talking, your words don't have any power, especially amongst the folks. They don't. I'm not saying you're not entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying that you shouldn't speak. What I'm telling you is, when you don't have your people around you, you don't have no backup. Your words don't have any power, no matter how passionate you feel about what you're saying. Because, see, what you're going to see here is all of these white people, even the ones she was at that table with, they on code. Notice they're not saying nothing to the Karen that got in her face. They ain't saying, hey, nah, you wrong. Leave our friend alone. Mind your own business. They sat there quiet as church mouses. Okay? Church mice. All right? Church mice. Yes, I know y'all like mouses. Yes, hey, I can be gotten too. I'm not perfect over here. Okay? I'm not. So, yes, church mice. Okay? Not mouses. All right? Listen. Let me tell you something. They sat there and they watched this Karen, come at this sister, be belligerent and all that, and now she's upset. And, this is what I don't like to see. This is what I try to teach any women that I deal with about power, okay? Power, ladies, and I get it in your world, in the world of emotions and feelings, and I'm not saying that to be disparaging. That seems like power amongst a lot of y'all, because, a lot of y'all in your world, that's the way it is. Whoever gets the most talking in, whoever gets the last word in, that's seen as the alpha female, so to speak, or most powerful. In the real world, that means nothing. Power is this. Let me tell you what you should do in a situation like this. A lot of y'all might not agree with this, but really think about what I'm about to tell you. Power in this situation, let me tell you what I would have told her if this was my old lady. This is how I would have instructed her to act. I would have said, listen, if you're in a situation like that, because you're not going to be with your significant other all the time, I'll be like, look, what you do is, yes, you attempt to address the situation with the management. If you get that error where it look like they all on code, get your stuff and you leave that place. I don't care what your white friends say. First of all, my woman will be hanging out with a whole bunch of white women, but everybody's not like me, okay? But I'm just telling what I would have told my woman or instructed her to do. I'd be like, listen, you get your stuff, you leave that situation, because before it go left and then something happen where I got to get involved, I would rather you take your leave of the situation. Plus, that shows on your part, hey, if we really friends, y'all better ride for me when something like this happen with your people. And like I said before, very few of them will do that. Now, let me be clear. I've got some white folks that I've served with that, hey, let me tell you something. Them little white boys, especially when they were younger, you know, a lot of them have gotten on out of the Navy now. But when I was in there, I helped save their lives by teaching them how to be efficient soldiers in battle, where a lot of their own people didn't really instruct them on how to do things. And they have been forever grateful to me for that, okay? However, I don't think that just because I've done that, hey, that means all the white people they know think like them. No, that's not the case. Now, let me tell you something. Y'all probably have seen one of them, and he don't really ever comment a lot, but he definitely support this channel. I call the dude out. It's a dude named Big Truck Chuck, okay? White dude. Always coming by supporting the channel. Serve together, good dude, man. Let me tell you something, man. Them cats that I'm talking about, shit, they don't play the radio, man, about, you know what I'm saying, if they was around me and white folks got out of line or whatever, you might have to stop them. It's crazy white boys, okay? Listen, all of us are retired SEALs, all right? They don't play the radio. However, do I think that all the people they know like that? No. And they understand that. They understand that. You know what I'm saying? We've had some pretty good conversations. I have to see sometime if I can catch them and get them to, you know, do a little interview or talk to them about certain things. You know, I'm trying to put some things together coming up in the new year. But my point is this. Some of you may know some white people that you have went to college with or work on your job with, or if you were in the service with them, I'll probably still keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? If y'all had that type of a relationship. But that does not ever speak for the collective. So what I'm saying is individuals are cool, but don't ever let that make you mistake that if you hanging out with them that, okay, yeah, I'm with them. So if I'm with them, everybody around them going to be like, oh, you the cool black person. Hell no. That is not how America works. Notice I said America. Now, if you live in somewhere else, your country may be different. It's not different here. So again, to underscore what I'm saying, ladies, in a situation like this, you have to try to practice keeping your emotions under control. And again, I'm not saying the sister is wrong. I'm coming at it from the standpoint of, hey, what if this shit went left and something do happen? Ain't none of the white folks gonna help you. Because see, that is clearly wrong of the management to come talking to her instead of saying, hey, miss, let me tell you like this. The lady sitting over here minding her business. If you have another outburst, we kicking your white ass out the restaurant. That would have been the right thing to do, but they don't do that. And see, let me share with you another personal situation I've dealt with years ago here when I was in my early 20s. Now, it would take my family to tell you something that my uncle told me when he kind of recognized what my personality was going to be as a young man. He said, damn, nephew. He said, you know what? Some people have a short fuse. Some people have a long fuse. Say, nephew, you ain't got no fuse when it comes to the bullshit. That's what he used to always tell me because, see, you know, I had a situation years ago where it was a white dude, a little white boy, you know, get high and get drunk off liquid courage. And, you know, we was at a public function and, you know, I'm the type of dude, man, back then especially, hey, if I'm doing my thing, socializing with people, man, I'm talking to people I know. I don't go around pranking nobody, bothering nobody. So the drunk white boy kept coming around where I was, hot liquor breath. I'm like, man, you know, he talking, yada, yada, yada. I don't know whatever. I say, hey, man, yo, back up, bro. I don't, you know, your breath kind of hot and stuff. And alcohol, your breath and all that. I don't, you know, just talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because, see, I don't really like letting drunk folks, when they start sounding crazy, getting too close to me, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. So, you know what I'm saying? This joker took offense to me kind of just, you know, blowing him off. So now he at this party, at this engagement with other people. Now, some of his relatives were there, friends, whatever that know him. Now, if this was me and I had a drunk cousin or relative I see they kind of ambling about. I'm gonna tend to my people like, hey, ho, I got it, man. Y'all don't pay no mind. I got it. Come on, kid, let's go. That's what you're supposed to do if you love your people. Do you know that this white boy had the nerve to get belligerent with yours truly? Now, family, some of you have met me. Some of you haven't. You know, if you've ever met me, that I am not the guy that you want to go and pick no fight with. Okay, I don't go for who tied the bear like we sit down here, but that calling yourself trying to square up with me, especially if you ain't up to it, that's bad for your health. So little buddy, he come back over where I was, and rah, 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 all that barking, and so all I'm hearing is like a little chihuahua. I'm like, if this motherfucker get within swinging range, boy, it's finna go down. So now my uncle come in, he like, hey. And like, listen, I'm gonna tell you one time, bro, don't go over there talking to my nephew, you crazy, man. Ain't gonna really have nothing to say to you. So now instead of his people getting him, little Jim Bob coming over there where I was, and true enough, yeah. And when he looked like he was calling himself trying to swing, man, by the time I grabbed this motherfucker, man, I was about to choke the literal piss out of him, okay? Then all I want to get, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, no. The time for you to get the little son of a bitch was when you saw him coming over my way. Now, you done see I had words with him. What you gonna wait till something go down for? Let me tell you something. It took a whole bunch of people to get me off of that motherfucker, bro. Like, you know, I don't care if you drunk. I don't care if you high. Mind your motherfucking manners. Do not get within range of me to put your damn hands on me, okay? I don't play that shit. I don't play that, all right? So I'm just saying, I shared that story with you all to let you understand that them folks will sit there knowing they people in the wrong, and they'll wait till you about to unleash some Old Testament ass whooping on their ass. Then everybody get concerned, all right? White folks, let me tell you something. All black people don't play that shit. We don't play the radio about it like we sit down here, okay? Fuck around, get these jumper cables hooked up to your ass. But see, in this situation right here with this sister, like I said, the best thing to do, ladies, and this proves a point, if you got up, even though she was within her rights to stay there, if she would have got up and left and said, hey, no, I'm out, that would have showed her friends that, hey, if we going to be out somewhere, you see your people acting up, you better ride with me, or else just let me know that you're not, you know what I'm saying, we ain't friends. Let it continue.
Go sit down somewhere. Right. Placating to these people. Right. Why is she allowed to be near me?
Have a seat, please. Let's go back to our conversation.
Why is she allowed?
I said food.
Annette, sit down, honey.
Now you see that? This little old pink thin earthworm lipped son of a bitch gonna tell this sister, if you keep yelling, I'm gonna ask you to leave. Okay, what about Karen? See, look, this is how you know that all the white people's on code. If this, and I'm assuming he's the manager of the establishment. If he was really a professional, he would have said, time he heard that woman over there arguing at her and he seen that I was belligerent, he would have went over and told Karen, hey, if you keep yelling, I'm gonna ask you to leave. No, he waited until the black woman that when she's clearly upset about what happened. You see what I'm saying, sisters? And see, I'm saying this out of love. I'm not saying this to talk down to you. Sometimes a lot of our sisters have to be shown things like this so that they see in a real-time setting you being upset and arguing with them folks, and when you outnumbered, you have no power. Because see, here's my other greater concern, and Lord knows I try to be careful with my words because life and death is in the power of the tongue, and I love my people. But I have to be realistic about how far left it could go. If they decided to call the police, or if just one, even if not the manager, just one of them call the police, they're going to kill you just like they would kill us. You understand, sisters? We're in the same boat, all right? So you always have to, and even though this sister, again, I know she was well within her right, she didn't do nothing wrong. But you got to understand how them people think. If they would have called the police on her, they would have come there, you already know, oh, a black woman? And let me reiterate something I've told you all for years on this channel. They hate black women worse than anything, and let me tell you why. See, sisters, I love you to life. I do. I love all of you, no matter what your shape, size, color you are, and that includes my non-LBA sisters. But see, you better hear me when I tell you something. The reason why they hate black women, melanated women, more than even the men, you represent the gateways to life for our people. And they look at you as like, I can't stand these little niggers. Give her to these little nigglets. That's how they look at you. I know that's a vile thing to say, but you better understand. I know these white supremacists. They are the spawn of Satan himself. And when they see you, they don't see a human being. They don't see another woman. They see something like Margaret Sanger said. They see you as a numerous weed. You are something that produces the weeds they want to get rid of, okay? I know it seems like I'm stretching or reaching, but all you got to do is look at the content on this channel or any other channel in these spaces. Well, we've shown you how these people act and how they think towards us. Nothing has changed, all right? So I don't ever want to see any of you in a situation where you going back and forth with them folks in an establishment where you outnumbered, and then they get on the phone and call, oh my God, I'm being threatened. And you know, as soon as them folks show up, they automatically look dead at the black person as if no white person could be in the wrong. Oh, it's always the black person, okay? So that's what I really want to impress upon y'all. So let it continue.
Where we're at right now. So bring it down. If you'd like to finish your conversation, please do.
If she were black, she'd be thrown out of here. That I know.
Let's stop.
You're right. There it is. You're absolutely right. We got thrown out for less.
Oh my God.
But this one can be a threat, a constant threat.
Now, listen to the little one in the green here. That's one of the women that she came in there with. It's supposed to be her buddies. You heard her, oh my God. In other words, she's like, oh, she's being one of those blacks again. That's basically what she's saying. Look at the look on her face and her body language. When that sister said what she said, if she was black, she would have been thrown out of here. That should have let her know, oh no, I'm around them folks. See, a lot of people tend to think that a white supremacist is somebody yelling nigga, nigga, nigga with a bunch of tattoos and a bald head. No, a white supremacist is in your schools, in your jobs, in your hospitals, in your financial institutions. They're everywhere in American society. All 9 areas of people activity that they control, they are in them, like Neely Fuller Jr. has taught us, okay? White supremacists ain't the one yelling nigga, nigga, nigga. Sometimes they could be sitting at a table with your kiki and a cockine. And see, all it takes is a situation to come up like this where they show you and see, I'm gonna say something else too. I gotta go here. The sister Annette here, I guarantee you she probably ain't never had no conversation about no reparations with her white friends, because see, that would be the acid test right there. Oh, they'll like you as long as you talking all that conservative stuff or liberal stuff or whatever the case may be. Bring up something that's beneficial to black people or right or wrong amongst black people. That's when you're gonna see what you're dealing with. That's when you're gonna see you don't have no good white buddies. And they showing her this right here. But see, I'm gonna let this play because I got something else to show you. And again, I'm not picking on this sister or any of you in here. It's my job to use my platform for the safety and education of my people. I'm gonna let this finish out and then I'm gonna show you something else.
And she still gets to sit here. She can be a...
Okay, so now you saw that was the end of that first situation. Now, this is the sister on the screen that was in the restaurant, the sister Annette, and shout out to this sister again. It's her right to vote for whoever the hell she wants to as a foundational Black American freedman in this country, even if I don't agree with her vote. Okay, whether she voted for Trump, Kamala, I think she voted for Trump. But either way, it's her right, voting right to do so. All of you in here, you're voting right to vote for whoever you want to vote for, okay, without anybody harassing you or threatening your safety. But see, before I play this for you, I'm going to show you something that kind of just made me, I kind of cringed when I saw this. I'm going to play it real quick and then I'm going to get to why I have a problem with it.
Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Kamala.
I'm going to play this one more time because I want everybody to really catch what I'm about to say here. So I'm going to run this back one more time. Then I'm going to speak on what my issue is with what you just saw here.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Kamala.
All right, so I played the clip there, ran it back twice for y'all. Let me go ahead and get to what my grievance is with it. Now, who knows how long this sister has known them women? We don't know that. But I do know what we saw in the previous clip that when she was in that restaurant and her little white buddies, or supposed buddies, sat there and didn't even speak up for this sister right here on the screen. And that was taken like not too long after that incident. And she back in a situation where she's surrounded by them folks. Emily, let me tell you, women in particular in my community, let me tell you something. Stop putting yourself in a situation where you the only one or just a handful of y'all around them folks like that. I don't care what type of political beliefs you think you have in common. Because see, that's one thing that I noticed about our sisters in particular. Some of y'all think you can bond with them women over different things. You say, okay, she like this type of dog. I like this type of dog. Who? Friend. She got this type of political view. I got this type of political view. Ooh, friend. She like to shop at this place. I like it. You see what I'm saying? So on and so forth. You don't have nothing that you have in common with them that's going to be a stronger bond than their whiteness, okay? So see, when I saw that, it's just like what they tell me about the sister is she kind of really comfortable being around them folks like that. I'm telling y'all, everybody gonna do what they want to do. I understand that things are different in different parts of the country. Traveled all over this country. I know it well. But what I'm telling you, it will behoove you to do away with trying to be the black person that's comfortable willingly being around a bunch of them white folks like that, because we all remember what happened to Tamala Horsford down here. The lady that was in Georgia that had to sleep over with her white friends, and then all of them lived the next day, but she mysteriously fell off a balcony. Died. Nobody was charged in that, okay? I'm telling you, I think they killed that sister and got away with it because, see, that's another thing. If you're around a bunch of them, and it's mostly only them, if they decide to do something to you, for example, let me give you a scenario, a very plausible scenario. Say you with a group of them somewhere and it's only them folks. Something happened. One of them people, you get into it with them. Okay, it might not be the group that you with, but you get into it with them. Y'all get into an altercation. They pull out something, stab or shoot you, and you die. You think them white folks that you with is going to say, hey, you did our friend wrong. We got to get justice for you and put your ass in prison. Or you think they're going to run over there and try to stop them? No. I know what I'm saying. A lot of people that's going to offend. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. Let me tell you right now, I don't give a damn about offending you. I give a damn about keeping my people alive, okay? That's what I use my platform for, is to give the information that's going to keep my people safe and alive. Stop. Whatever this damn thing is y'all think y'all have where you want to be surrounded by a bunch of them folks, that shit don't never work. You understand? It is not safe to do that. It is not wise to do that. You don't have no friends that's going to stand up for you and really cut for you in a situation. If you outnumbered like that, you got to start thinking that way. And see, unfortunately, I don't know about this sister. Unfortunately, a lot of y'all really don't be running around here prepared for a situation, if you know what I mean. Back to business. Let me do a temperature check before I play what the sister's about to say here, because we're going to analyze this as well. I want to do a temperature check. For the ladies in my chat room, no matter what lineage you are, FBA or non-FBA, let me do a temperature check. How many of you have your gun license? How many of you have actually practiced your Second Amendment rights? I want all the women in here to sign off on this. Give me a thumbs up in the chat room, a black thumbs up, black fist. How many women, black women, listen to me now, have your firearms license and you proficient to practice your Second Amendment rights? How many of you, when you out and about, you keep a good razor on you, some high grade pepper spray, huh? How many of you, when you out and about, you got something where if shit go left, hey, okay, let me put it in a language where you can understand if I'm out here by myself and it's got to a point where I can't talk to you no more? Okay, cool. Let me go in this purse real quick. I'll put it where you can understand it. How many women in here actually, you got something on you where if shit go left when you out, oh, okay, I got something for you. I'm doing this for a reason. I want to see something, okay? I'm looking in here. Okay, all right. I see a couple sisters, Stolen Ancestors 1526. Okay, yeah. See, that sister there, she's married, so I know she on it. Patricia Jenkins. Oh yeah, I already know you, sister. You over there in Savannah. I already know the Savannah sisters do not play the radio. See, let me say this while I'm looking in my chat room here. Boy, you rednecks? These Southern women down here. Let me tell you something about our women. All of them probably grew up just like most of the men, learning how to shoot at an early age. You had a grandparent somewhere where you could go down in the country and get proficient with stuff. By the time you were 10, 12, you learn how to shoot all kinds of things. And they're very good shots too. Our women down here, they ain't gonna be like, oh my God, don't make me shoot you. Listen here, don't you play. You can't tell me nothing. As nice as Patricia Jenkins is, man, I wouldn't try that sister. I bet she a hell of a shot. I know, because look, our women are some of the sweetest women in the world. And that's another thing. Some of the nicest women down here don't think they won't put one in your ass now. Oh, don't you think that? Them be the ones right there. Be like, all right now, by the time I start talking, we going to put it in a language that I know you're going to be able to translate and understand here. Okay? I see the sister, Dr. Chanel Phillips, who says she's proficient in the process. That's what I'm talking about. Tanisha Murdoch, all right. The sister Ferre is in here. Okay, yeah, okay. See, I like that. See, I hope all the sisters listen to me. I get it. Let me talk to you for a minute. I understand that that's something that none of us would want to do. You're not supposed to run around looking for trouble. But I do want you to be prepared for it should it come your way. That's why I'm always preaching self-defense and things of that nature over here. So, yeah, you don't really want to get into it with nobody, but you got to understand that we are a hated people in our own country. And we do have the God-given right to be safe no matter where we go in this country. Okay? We're not going to live terrorizing our own country. So if it come down to it, even if you're the type of sister where you say, I don't really want to deal with no guns, et cetera, well, sister, look, it ain't about what you want to do all the time. You need to start going to the range and get your training with your gun, okay, or whatever you choose, so that you be proficient with it. And when you get that training, you lose that fear of dealing with a weapon, okay? So I encourage all women to be 2A proficient. And until you get that old school, keep you a good blade or two on you. You know me, keep you some good old chemical deterrent. I call it devil piss in a can. And if you need to know where to get several types of, high grade OC/CS tear gas combo pepper spray, I can provide you with that. Everybody over here that's familiar with this channel know that I'm big on that, especially with the sisters. Okay. And brothers, you be putting the women up in your life up on these things. I know the men over here, y'all about that. Because if you're the type of man that come over here to this platform, you all about standing on business when it comes to doing what you're supposed to do to be a protector and a provider, okay? So that's just what I want to say to the women out here, because I know some might be listening like, I don't really want to do all that. Just think about this. If you out somewhere one day and you're either by yourself, or let's just say you got your little nieces and your nephews with you, and for whatever reason, Joe Bob or Becky say, you know what, that nigger's the one right there. When they try that, you be like, oh no, you picked wrong today, and I'm gonna send you to meet Jesus. Okay, that's the way I wanted to be with my people. All right. So now we're gonna play a little bit of here what the sister's saying. I'm gonna stop it at certain points to kind of address some of the stuff that she's talking about. But I want you to listen to this sister's experience, because she's gonna be talking about the incident that she had with Karen there at the restaurant. Let's let it play.
Good afternoon, guys. I have two videos that I'm going to show you. I had a very fiery interaction with a liberal this morning. This is not foreign for me. It happens. People look at me, they assume that because I'm black and because I'm a black female, obviously I'm a Democrat. So these attacks tend to happen, but not as ferocious as today's attack. So a group of us had just left a CBS interview. They wanted to talk to some Trump supporters, female supporters, and ask various questions concerning the election. So after leaving that interview, the last question in that interview was, how is it living here in Alexandria, the Black Lives Matter city, when you're a minority, when you are a political minority, right? So that was the last question.
Now, I'm going to pause it right here because, the sister is giving you, a recounting of the events from her point of view. And I'm glad that she decided to do it. And shout out to you, Sister Annette, right there. Annette Catchings, I think that's her name on Twitter. But let me tell you what I would recommend, and I would tell this to any women that I was dealing with. As far as your political views, that's your personal business. That's as personal as if somebody asks you what's in your bank account. You're not obligated to tell nobody that. And I would recommend against it, especially for our women. I'm going to tell you why. Whatever you choose to do with your voting right, that's a form of power in a sense. And see, this is the thing that I want our people to learn about managing power. And again, this is no dig at this sister. I'm just telling you what I would say to a woman that I was dealing with that's under my charge. You keep that a secret because when it comes to anything that's your power that you manage it, you don't really put that out there and explain the inner workings of anything that's powerful that you have in your possession. I'm going to give you an example. Name a country on the planet that, hey, you can just openly go and look up what all their defense capabilities are. Sure, you might know some surface level stuff, but they're not going to say, well, let me go ahead and show you how our nuclear protocols work. Okay, this is exactly how this brand new aircraft carrier works that we coming out with. And these are the latest advanced weapons. No country does that, okay? So I'm making this analogy. I want my people to start considering yourselves, each and every one of you in my chat room, if you never thought about it, consider yourself an individual nation. You are parts of a nation within itself anyway. But consider yourself an individual nation or a kingdom. And you don't let everybody know the inner workings of the kingdom or the nation like that. No, that's up for them to try to figure out. And it ain't none of their damn business, okay? So, that's just my suggestion. Everybody's got different rules, protocols. Everybody gonna do what they want. That's just my recommendation, okay? It's better to be powerful and have people try to figure out what your stance is on something or which way you're gonna go, just like with this election pass. The most powerful position in this relation or results here that we just got, this 2024 election, is to be in the political middle, a political wild card. You're independent. People don't know which way you're going to go, okay? You could go one way. You could go another way. You could choose the couch. You could vote third-party candidate. It's a couple of things you could have wrote your own name in. See, when people can't really figure out what you're going to do, that puts you in a power position, okay? So, again, this is no dig at this sister. I'm not telling her she should have did that. Just saying that that's what my recommendation would be to any woman I was dealing with. Let's let it continue.
We all gave our opinions on that. And then we proceeded over to this restaurant called Tata's in Alexandria. It was maybe 2 blocks away from where we were. We get our coffee, pastries, we take our seats, and we're sitting at the table. We're kind of mulling over some of the questions and answers from the interview. And at some point I say, as a conservative woman, I could never vote for Kamala Harris because of, and I gave reasons, right? And then this white woman sitting next to me leans over. And this is where you will see the first video pick up when she leans into me, so much so that I have to pull back, right? And she says, unless she's running against a convicted felon, a criminal. So rather than be triggered by this, I just retort with a joke. But now I see you can't joke with liberals because when they say something, they mean it. And they don't find the humor in anything, or they don't get it when you're trying to de-escalate things and just really, you just need to come out and say, stay in your lane. You need to just be aggressive. So
Now, let me pause right here. I wholeheartedly agree with what that sister just said about, okay, having them stay in their lane and being direct and aggressive with them. When they engage you with that passive aggressive hostility, okay, the microaggressions, whatever you want to call it. See, let me tell you something else, what I would say to a woman I was dealing with, okay? If it was a woman and this was my woman or what have you, I would tell her this. She was in that exact same scenario and you sitting there talking and doing an interview about whatever political leanings you're going, which way you're going with them. And somebody comes up and interrupts you and starts talking like the white lady did. I'll be like, well, listen, I'm talking about what I said. I would continue talking to the interviewer. And then here's where I would embarrass you. Because see, ladies, let me tell you something. I'm not telling you that you're wrong to have natural human emotions. I'm not telling you that there's anything wrong with you being vocal or verbal about things. It's your mouth and this is your country. You have the right to speak. What I would often try to encourage a lot of the women that I know to do is become masters of verbal sword play. Okay. Okay. In other words, instead of you, when you respond to something, you lead with your emotions. No, respond in a way where you control the emotion of your opposition. I'm going to give you an example of that. I would have told my woman, this is what you say to someone like that. She chimes in, unless you're running and get somebody with a convicted felon. I'm like, well, listen, all the presidents pretty much are felons. They just hadn't been convicted. But we're talking about what I'm talking about now. And it would take someone of a certain political acumen to even be able to understand what it is that I'm espousing over here or I'm expressing. You talk like that in a condescending, calm manner to someone like that, a Karen will lose it. Now, let's go ahead and put a disclaimer out here. When you respond that way, ladies, and you are in the driver's seat of the words that come out of your mouth, they're evoking emotion while you're in control and calm. Be prepared to slap shit out one of these Karens or whatever you have to do, okay? Because, see, that cuts deeper than anything. When you're dealing with an opponent verbally, you're verbally sparring, and they're all emotional and upset, let me tell you why I love that. See, for me, well, I'm going to tell you something. If you've ever come across any woman that I've dated, they are masters of staying calm under pressure because that's something I drill into them to the point where it's like, okay, I've created a monster. But these are good monsters, okay? See, I enjoy verbally sparring with somebody and I'm calm and they're all irate because that's just like a delicious, well-cooked steak to me with a lot of good seasoning on it, man, with the flavorful juices. I'm enjoying every bit of it because each thing that I say to you, I'm going to say it calm and it's going to be strategically designed to throw you off kilter. The more upset you get, the less you're going to be thinking. The less your opponent is thinking, the easier they are to conquer on any type of battlefield, be it verbal or physical. Do you understand what I'm saying to you ladies? Okay. See, there's some books. You know what I might have to do? After the broadcast, I might have to post a couple of books on that subject matter that I'm talking about because, see, make no mistake, in case I sound like a chauvinist or a condescending man, no. Our women are very, very powerful. Your words can be very, very powerful, but you have to strategically hone that skill. And if you don't know something, you don't know. So I may post a couple of books on how to do that for those of you sisters that are interested. And once you start reading them, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see what the brother GBS is talking about. He kind of sounded like he was picking on us. Nah, I want you to hone that powerful gift that you have running that mouth. And yes, I said that tongue in cheek to pick at you slightly, but that mouth can be a very powerful tool if you are trained on how to use it psychologically to your advantage. So that's what I want to impart upon you. Let's let it continue.
I said to her, I said, oh, you mean like the criminal that she currently serves with, Joe Biden? So, my table, we laughed. It was, it was a little funny, but that set her off. You would think that she'd have the wherewithal to just say, you know what, all right. But no, she said, are you serious? She came in my face. Are you serious? You really aren't kidding, are you? And I said, no, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. And she said, for real? And I said, for real, for real.
See, let me show you how petty I am, ladies. Because, see, some of y'all going to say I'm a terrible influence, but nonetheless, you have the right to respond to someone however you choose when they try you like this. Had this been my woman or a woman I was dating, when she started that, let me tell you how I would have handled that, family. I would have told her, I'd have said, babe, anytime somebody come in your face like that, I'd be like, oh my God, what have you been eating? You have the breath of combined New York summer dumpster garbage and cow shit. I can literally smell the words coming out of your mouth. I need to call the management and get this hazard to, the air quality away from us, because see, I don't know what this is that's talking to me, but it has terrible oral hygiene. I would have been extra pissed. I told him, pull out a little small portable bottle of Listerine, like, you need this, baby. You need, in fact, the business before I give it to you, let me pray over this Listerine. You need blessed Listerine in your mouth, okay? See, even if a breath wasn't kicking, I'm just saying, I'm teaching you ways to verbally set these people off and embarrass them in public. Because, see, you don't owe them any respect if they try you like that. And then let me add this too. I would also tell you to do that so that if it comes to the point that you have to knock the shit out of her ass, let her be the one to try to be the aggressor, okay? I'm just saying, because, see, everybody should know. And see, maybe this works a bit different for women. Sisters, you have to tell me about this. I've never been a woman, so I'm not going to assume to speak for you. But watch this, ladies. Brothers, I want you to give me some participation on this so the women know where we're coming from. To my brothers in this chat room, whether you foundational Black American freedmen or not, non-FBA, I want you to sign off on this with a black fist when I ask you this question, brothers, okay? We're going to get some audience participation. I want the women to pay attention to how many black fists go up. Give me a black fist if all men under the sound of my voice, listen to this, understand that when two men are angry, we know that if we start closing the distance within 3 feet of one another, chances are somebody finna get knocked out. Does every man in here agree with the statement that I just made? Because, see, it may be a bit different for women. I don't know. I'll let the ladies speak for that. But as far as men are concerned, brothers, is that not the way we think? If we in a heated engagement with somebody, we cool as long as there's distance. When people start closing that distance, okay, listen, fuck the conversation. Never mind whatever we was talking about. At that point, men get ready to go into defense mode because they're like, all right, bro, so you closing the distance over here now. I'm not going nowhere. But you might. You probably going to go to sleep, okay? Yeah, I'm going to help you catch up on your Z's real quick, all right? But I'm just saying, see, ladies, you pay attention to how these men responding to here. So now in y'all world, that might be a bit different. Y'all kind of get close to one another. Men don't play those kinds of games, okay? And see, that's another thing, too, why most men will tell you that if you're a sister and you're going to intervene between two men, you need to do it early, because if it get to the point where that space is closed, don't you dare get in the middle of that, because that's finna get to the point where some foundational Black American or non-FBA God hammers are going to start flying. That's what I call these FBA God hammers. Boy, when we get them crunk up, boy, hey, we finna get some act right from somewhere. We're going to put religion into somebody, okay? Sometimes you have to baptize people with your hands. I'm just saying, not that I advocate for it, but sometimes it has to be done. Listen, that's a part of doing the Lord's work as well. So anyway, I just wanted to sound off on that, right? So we're going to let the sister continue with her experience here, and I want everybody to pay close attention, because I'm glad she decided to talk about this, because it gives us a chance to analyze it and point things out to our people.
So then she, and then we're just kind of, having this back and forth. And I asked her, I said, why is it always the white female liberals who challenge me, who feel that it is their duty and their responsibility to lecture people on how they should vote? Why is
It's because our esteemed warrior, scholar, and ancestor Malcolm X told us about the white liberal, good sister. But not only the white liberal, make no mistake, your conservative Republican friends, if you say something they don't agree with, they are just the same as that white liberal. So let us not get it twisted that white always comes before red and blue, like in the thumbnail of tonight's broadcast, okay, and the title. That's the reason why. And see, brothers, you need to understand that in our day-to-day lives with our women, we have to be having these conversations to prepare them for these situations ahead of time. Not that our women don't know any better, not that our ladies can't protect themselves to a certain degree, But you need to have these conversations with your significant other so you get a line of thought on, okay, where her head is on certain things like this. Because see, sometimes, look, brothers, we know how it is, man. When you with your lady, man, and you know, it ain't nothing but you enjoying her company. Okay, you glad you with her, you done pick who you want to be with. Hey, you sometimes we don't think about these things, but it's our responsibility to do so, okay? From time to time, we have to have these conversations in the current climate and hour of our history that we're in so that we have our sisters prepared when they go outside of our presence, okay? Because, I mean, look, you know, I'm just saying, man, if you don't do these types of things, then situations will come up and see it's the responsibility of the men always to provide not just financial resources, not just, you know what I'm saying, provide your pleasure or gratification to our women. We also have to provide for them mentally and spiritually and prepare them to deal with certain things. See, when a woman is with a man, she learns from us. That's our responsibility to teach our women, okay? And we learn from them as well, but primarily in the overall sense of when you hear the phrase, you under a man's covering, that includes the wisdom and the knowledge that we impart into you as well, okay? And sisters, y'all got to be receptive of that because that's our job as men. And so I'm going to tell you why. As I got any feminists listening or some of the hard-headed big backs, GBS, y'all were with you till you said we had to listen to black men's. Okay, because you know they don't say men, they say men's. They put a Z on the end. Let me tell you why I said that, right? The reason why I said that, I'll see some of y'all probably laughing. Listen, the reason why I said that is when you under a man's covering, that means accepting our direction on things, okay? When we give you, the beginning of wisdom starts with an open ear. You don't listen to your man, and we can't properly protect you, okay? And it's vice versa too, because women see things that men can't. We're supposed to operate as a team. But in our God-given role, we're supposed to be instructing you on certain things. And see, let me put this to you. A man that never tries to do what I just said, he don't really care about you. See, to the women that we love, okay, whether we in long-term committed relationship, marriages, whatever, even if we just kick it, buddies, if we really give a fuck about you and we see you got something going on, we're going to pull you to the side like, hey, babe, let me talk to you for a minute. Hold on. I would rather you not do X, Y, Z, be going over here, these people you hang with. We gonna say something if we care. Now, if a dude don't really care, like, man, she whatever. Don't care about where she at. I don't care about what she got going on. Especially you get to talk to her about something like, man, ladies, you got to do what they're doing that. He kind of trying to tell you he don't really fool with you like that, okay? I'm just letting you know, okay? So we look, I know the term mansplaining. Let me tell y'all something. I know it get on y'all nerves, but baby, if we mansplain it to you, it's because we love you, okay? And that's our love language. We mansplain it. We mansplain because we see problems, and as men, we're natural problem solvers. Those of us that's worth a damn, okay? And you know, we got some of these little dudes here, they in the Billy Porter crowd. Hey, they ain't worth two dead flies put together. But straight-laced alpha male men, sigma male men, we problem solvers. So we gonna mansplain, ladies. We gonna sit you down. I know y'all can't stand it, but look, just bear with it. Absorb the mansplaining. It'll make you wiser and stronger for it, okay? I know. But just trust me on this. Let's let it continue.
It always you guys. So then that set her off. And I kind of knew that it would, right? And so we're just going back and forth. And then she proceeds to tell us how uneducated we are, because that's what they go to, right? You're uneducated. You don't know any better. We need to tell y'all how to think. We need to tell you guys how to vote, right? So, so she tells me what her job is. She's some high security person, whatever, which is kind of scary because people who have that kind of access and authority, they are very partisan and they are unhinged, and you can.
I'm glad that sister brought that up about what the white supremacist Karen's occupation was, because see, that's another way, sisters and brothers as well, that you can spot them when they're very bold like that. Because see, you know, the average person, if you're talking about something at a table with a group of people, most normal people, yeah, they'll be like, all right, that's their business. That's what they're talking about. I'm over here at my table. Ain't got nothing to do with me. The reason why I'm glad she brought up her profession, the ones of them that tend to be in law enforcement or some type of security or some type of position of authority, that lets you know their station in the white supremacist society, okay? Usually the ones of them that like, I I'm a police officer, I can say whatever. Or, you know, if I'm a security guard, or if they have some type of job or at a firm or something like that, they're letting that. Those are the ones that are the most arrogant. Okay. Now, you know what I've always taught you all over here for years on this platform about arrogance. That's not a strength, it's a weakness, because it clouds your judgment about the world and how it really operates around you. Arrogance is blindness. I know a lot of people think arrogance is cute. It's not. Let me tell you something. The one thing that nobody should ever do as far as like trying to, you know, start anything with me or whatever. If you're an arrogant person, you're going to lose fucking with somebody like me. I'm a retired combat veteran. I will eat your ass alive when it comes to strategy and any given sense of any type of warfare scenario. You're going to lose every time. I love an arrogant opponent. Please try it, okay? I encourage you to try it. I'm going to enjoy it, all right? So I'm just saying to you that lets you know what their station is when they approach you like that, because yes, they're white and they know they can get away with certain things, but see, if they have a certain type of position, they're going to be quicker to try you like they did this sister right here. Let's let it continue.
Only imagine how maybe untrustworthy they might be in their jobs. But so she goes on to tell me this. I then do go in on her and I tell her I don't really give a crap who you are, what you are. So then that's where the video kind of picks up. What you won't see is that so the manager comes over. He's trying to bring calm to the situation, but he's only talking to me. He's not talking to her. She's unaffected by anybody. No one dares talk to her, even though they know that she knows when to stay quiet and when to bite. She has that ability, right? Me, no. I'm just going to come at you. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to challenge you. Why is this woman sitting here and she just attacked me, blah, 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 right? So the manager asks her friend, I'm quiet. The manager asks her friend what happened. Her friend tells the manager they were having a private conversation and my girlfriend went left. She did. She went off on the woman. She tells the manager this. He makes the decision to have them move. Okay? So he understands at this point she's the aggressor. He didn't see the other time she got in my face, but he understands she clearly started this exchange, this volatile exchange. So they're moving. That's fine. I'm wondering why she's even allowed to stay in the restaurant, right? So what you will not see is that my friend stopped recording it because we thought the whole thing was over. But no, She comes back to the table and she gets in my face one last time to tell me, and for the record, I am not a white liberal, whatever. I don't know. I just saw black. I just went, the whole thing was a blur. I don't even know if she said that. It sounded like she said it. I don't know. I just had to tell myself, Net, I just got up. And, but I knew, look, even though I know what she wanted. She wanted me to hit her. I'm not going to hit you. I got too much to lose, girl. I'm just like you. I got way too much to lose.
Now, let me interject and pause with the sister right here, because I do agree. Yeah, if you got a lot to lose, yeah, you got to really, you don't really want to be the one to deliver the first blow. But you also want to carry yourself with the demeanor where these people know, okay, that black man or woman right there, and that ain't even need. Look, let me tell you what I mean by that, because a lot of people have often heard me say that, and some people are like, well, what do you mean, GB, especially younger folks? Let me give you a rule of thumb that I was taught to operate by very early on in my youth by my father, grandparents on both sides of my family, okay, the men. When you out with a group of them folks like that, because it might be times where you have to be amongst them. I'm not the smiling Negro. I'm not the one where, when they come up there, hi, buddy, and they start trying to tell little dry ass jokes, talk about stuff. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm not laughing with you. Because, see, basically what they want to do, they want to feel out the Negro that seems to be the most friendly. And then when they see that, they're like, this is the one that we could probably try. See, I know that sounds very crazy. But you talking to a man that really understand these white supremacists. I tell you, I understand them damn near better than they understand themselves. I really do. Okay? So if you in a group of them like that, you kind of want to keep that friendly chatter shit to a minimum. Whatever business you got to handle, you keep it strict. Keep it, you know what I'm saying, taciturn with them. Okay, you can even be curt with them to a certain degree, because being curt doesn't necessarily mean you're being rude, but you just kind of show them like, yeah, okay, all right. So let's get this over with what we got to do right here. Let's go ahead and get this handled. Okay, we're here to get business conducted. Not here for a social meet and greet. Now I know in this such a situation that was a bit different. However, there's still a demeanor that you carry yourself with, where them folks would know, okay, nah, don't even come over here like that. Cause see, let me just go ahead and put something else out there to you, to black people. And especially if you're a non-NBA person listening to this, I want you to catch this, okay? Because sometimes some of the tether class, keyword class, not all non-NBA people, sometimes the tether class don't read this. When you the one black friend, let me tell you what that sends a message to most, meaning anything over 50%, most of white America sees. They say, oh, you must be the safe Negro because you hang around with all these white people and it's only you. In other words, they see you as a punk. They do. They're like, yeah, you the one I can tell the nigga joke around. You the one that if I really just want to get respect, you're not going to do nothing, because let me tell you why they say that. They know that if you the only black person, I'm not saying this, sister, but I'm telling you how white supremacists think. They know that you probably the only black person, you the black person that's around the only a group of white folks that you value their approval. So if they do try to get physical with you or test you, they be like, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing because you don't want to disappoint your white buddies. Then you're gonna be afraid they're not gonna hang out with you. I'm telling you, that's how these people see you. So that's another reason why you really don't want to be the only black kicking it with a bunch of them like that. They looking at you like, yeah, you the one. You the one. Watch this. I'm gonna prove my point. Family, I want you to look at Tim Scott. You know Tim the Gum Scott. You know he look like one of them characters off Fat Album. You know what I'm saying? You know the one I'm talking about with the damn teeth. Look at Tim Scott. Do you think that Tim Scott hanging around a group of white men, do you think white men respect him? Or do you think they look at him just like I just described? Like, man, shut your ass up, Gum. You the one I can tell the nigga joking, fried chicken and watermelon joke around. You ain't gonna do nothing, boy. 'Cause I know you like it right where you at. You want to keep dating these white women, don't you? Huh? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just telling you what ran through their head. Dude, all them soundboys that be hanging out with them folk like that, I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat. If you hanging around a sea of mayonnaise, they already know that, okay, chances are, let me show you further how they think. Let's expound this out here. Let's extrapolate it out. They further know that chances are you cut off from your community. And again, I'm not saying that about this sister, because I don't know that. She seems to be a decent sister, okay, from what I can tell. But what they look at is that, okay, chances are you the outcast in your community. So if we do something to you, you probably already done offended people like your Larry Elders, okay, people like that, Jesse Lee Petersons, all right? So then they're like, all right, you ain't gonna have no black backup. You over here with us, so we know ain't no Negroes around. Plus, you value white approval to the point that you will let us disrespect you, even physically harm you, okay? That's what they see. In other words, they see you as the one to prey on. So I'm just letting y'all know the message that you communicate when you want to be the only black, hang around them folks. Let it continue.
But the moment you put your hands on me, I'm going to let you have all this. And I told the manager that. And do you know what he said to me? He's like, well, threats aren't going to help the situation. No, what would help is if you asked her to leave, because even though you have separated her from us, the woman still came over here. And I'm letting you know that if you do not do something right now, if you do not get her out of this restaurant, she is going to feel the weight, because it's just not going to go right? So he handled that. Tata's manager handled that poorly. But what I want to add to end this whole thing, what frustrated me the most was that I just felt like I'm having to defend myself from this woman. I'm having to defend myself from some black guy who is telling me to calm down, but isn't telling her, and he sees the whole thing. What do you?
And see, that black guy that was telling her to calm down, that's probably some book dancing Sambo tether, okay? And even if he was violated, he definitely a Sambo. I can't stand a Negro like that. See, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna say something that's gonna shock y'all. And it probably won't, because I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Some of y'all probably like, you're gonna clutch your pearls, you ain't gonna believe this. If I'm somewhere out in public, I'm gonna tell you how serious I take this. Even somebody like Sexy Red or Glorilla, and I see them folk, man, getting at her or whatever. Yeah, I don't like what they do. I do not approve of that. Y'all know I've been more than vocal about my disdain and disapproval about that image. But am I gonna sit there and let them folk run down on them like that? Hell no. She's still black. I don't know. Listen, I know some of y'all don't believe that. I'm serious. I mean that. That's still one of our sisters now. I'm not gonna let you sit there and them folk get to trying to do you some harm. No, I'm not. No, I wasn't raised that way. I'm not built like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably, like I said, I'll pull your ass to the side and give you a talk to about that goddamn image that you may or may not listen, but I'm not gonna sit there and let you do my people like that. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that the Sambo, in order to get white approval, he will sit his black ass there, saying that this is another sister in a vulnerable situation, and you trying to tell her, well, nice. You know, now, I'm gonna tell you what this nigga probably was saying, wanting to say out loud. Well, nice. See, you know, we's the special ones. We ain't gonna be able to come around to good white folks like that if you do's this now. Now, I know Miss Ann's got in your face with that bad breath, but this not now. Now listen here, hush your mouth. You was gonna mess it up for me. All right, you can't be saying I wants to stand here up on the master, okay? You was gonna mess it up for me now. Now, goddamn it, y'all. Hey, listen, you want me to call the police on her? Oh, mush mouth Sambo son of a bitch. I hate niggas like that. Yeah, I said it just that way because I meant it that way. Let me tell you something, dude. Down here where I'm at, you got one time to be that Negro. Oh, the brother's gonna deal with you. Ooh, when I tell you we self-regulate on that down here in the South, boy. Oh, we gonna take care of business on that. You were gonna be a pariah in the community, buddy. And then if she got hurt, ooh, you better not come back around us. You better not come back around us, and we know you sat there and didn't do nothing. Okay. All right. We gonna put in a language that you can understand. You better get all your help from them people. Fact of business, you better be on your way moving over there where they at. And see, we view weak Negroes like that as a threat to society and the community. You can't be around us if you don't have no backbone like that. Now, am I saying that you got to jump up and physically intervene if nobody was harming her? No, but you supposed to spoke up for the sister. That's our people. See, that's one thing about why I say he probably wasn't of our lineage, because most of us know better. And see, unfortunately, let's look at the situation up in New York where that murdering bastard Daniel Penny killed our brother Jordan Neely up there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My Southern brothers in the chat room, you can back me up on this. Had that same situation occurred down here anywhere in the southern states, especially the one I'm in, oh, Jordan Neely would have still been alive. I promise you that. Because them damn tethers sat there on that damn train and watched this brother get murdered. See, we don't, look, if it's one-on-one, all right, cool. We let that ride for a minute, and if it gets to a situation where the brother-in-law, we ain't gonna make sure you ain't gonna kill him. But now, if it's more than one of y'all getting on one of us down here, oh, bro, look, let me tell you how serious we take that. It could be dudes that we got issues with from years back. We'll put that shit to the side to get on code about that down here. And that's something these white folks know down here. They're like, all right, it could be two brothers that got issues with one another. Like, hey, bro, you know I don't fuck with you, but right now, yeah, we got to handle this. We got to handle this. That's just how serious we take it down here. Daniel Penny would have got a well-whooped ass down here, boy, because he would have been blended into that train by the time we'd have finished tap dancing all over his ass by trying to choke that brother out like that. Oh, yeah, we wouldn't have sat there and let him kill him now. Back to business, it would have never got to that point because one of us would have gave him something to eat. Hey, bro, you fucked up on your feet. Here, bro, here go a couple of dollars, man. Let me get you something to eat, man. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? We look out for our own down here. And that's another reason why I don't take kindly to bitch-ass niggas coming through my city talking crazy. Because we show love to black people down here. Look, let me tell you something. If you've never been to Georgia or Atlanta or any place down here, we really mean it down here when we say we love our people. Are we perfect? No, we not. But we love our people, man. We do. If you fucked up on your feet and you come down here, man, most black folks gonna help you out, man. That's all you gonna get is nothing but love from us. okay? Especially brothers and sisters of my lineage. And then I'll say this too. From being around us, a lot of the non-FBA brothers and sisters down here tend to take on that Southern hospitality mindset. So that's why we don't take kindly to anybody coming through here disrespecting us. We help too many people, man. We have open arms to folks as long as you respect us, okay? So I just wanted to say that about these Sambos out here, brothers. We got to really start tightening up on that nationwide. We got to make sure that Negroes like she just described that stand there and watch sisters be in situations where they're potentially in danger of being accosted upon. If you're gonna stand there like that, you can't stand around the men no more. You an outcast over here. We can't trust you. Because see, it could be a situation where it's a little black child. What you gonna do? Act the same way? If it's an elderly sister, what you gonna do? Act the same way? In other words, you are disqualified from being a protector. You don't have what it takes. And if you don't have what it takes, you will not be standing amongst the men as if you are one of us. You are not our brother if that's how you act. Let's let it continue.
You afraid of her? Is that it? Why? Why are you afraid of her? And then I'm having to defend myself against a manager who basically he knows that she's the aggressor, and then he has the audacity to say to her, "Thank you for moving." Thank you for moving. Okay. So I'm having to check him because he's not managing the whole thing correctly. He actually underestimated her because she came back to the table and proceeded to attack me once again. You underestimating it. And that's why I told him if she were black, you would have put her out a long time ago because you wouldn't underestimate them. You already have an idea. How biased it may be, you already have an idea of what may happen. If I had the tables been turned the other way and I had attacked her, you would put me out a long time ago. So then towards the end, hey, David, thank you. But I'm sure they went in the back and was like, hey, get me somebody black to go and talk to this woman. We just got to talk and calm this thing down and snuff it before it gets out of control. So they bring David, beautiful black man that he is, to come out and talk to me.
Hold on. Speaking of beautiful black folks, brothers, I tried not to say nothing about this, but damn it, y'all know I am a fan and connoisseur of beautiful black women. Doesn't this sister have a glowingly awesome bronze skin complexion? This sister has an excellent skin tone. I love this. I'm sorry. Look, I know I'm trying to be professional. I know y'all like, oh, here you go. Hey, man, listen. I admit it, damn it. That's one of my weaknesses. I love my women, okay? I love them. Sister Annette, hey, we like that skin complexion over here, okay? I just had to go in and say it one time. I know I can't be the only one thinking that. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let her finish this. Let's let it continue.
And though I appreciate David, I have no issues with David. He tried to do the right thing. And he did do the right thing, sort of. But he told me not to make it racial. Don't make it about race, Annetta. Make it about right and wrong. I don't care what you want to make it about. You and I both know that had the tables been turned, I would have been out of here. And the fact that everybody avoids talking to this crazy white lady over here tells you what this is all about. You guys feel real comfortable bringing it to the black woman. Why? Because you know I'm not the aggressor here.
And the sister is right on what she's saying because, see, you got to understand something. Brothers, let me tell you why we cannot back down on doing what we're supposed to do as far as just verbally speaking up for our sisters or anybody in the community when we see them in situations like that. That is our natural job as a protector. And if we don't do that, especially if sisters start seeing that in consistent numbers in a given area where they live at, then let me address something. A lot of people run around, man, these women don't respect us. If there's somewhere where they see that the brothers don't stand up for them, they're not going to respect nobody that don't protect them. Now, this goes hand in hand, sisters. If you want the protection of brothers, you must respect them also, okay? But this sister is spot on dead right with what she's telling them. And you know what I'm saying? Look, I get the brother, maybe he trying to keep his job, whatever, but there's still a way that you can stand up for your people. And I'm going to tell you just like this. See, this is something about your brother. I don't care what job I would have ever had if I had chosen a different path in life. I'll leave that motherfucker before I sit there and let you mistreat my people. If I can't looking for a job, I'll leave looking for one. I'll get some more work somewhere else. Not going to be no Sambo to sit up there, well, I got to bite my tongue. Yeah, no. I mean, you got to be belligerent to cuss people out, but I'm going to stand up for my people. Okay? So she's right on this. And yes, my sister invading minds, I couldn't resist it because, look, I'm just saying, look, Sister Annetta, I don't know if you're taking it out, but man, this skin complexion, you look like a cute little Debbie snack. Oh my God, I'm sorry. She do, look, y'all know me, man. I told y'all before, I'm a heathen. He ain't done with me yet. When I see beautiful women, sometimes I start equating y'all to food. That's just what I do, okay? I do. I'm just saying, yeah, look, ladies, brothers, am I not the only one? Come on now. We see some nice legs walk around. So, hey, boy, look at them drumsticks. All right. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just saying, let's let it continue.
You're asking me to de-escalate it? You want me to de-escalate it rather than ask her to get out. Okay. Anyway, the videos are in the thread. Tatas, I will never be back there again. Ever.
And that's what I'm talking about. She ended that with something that I was hoping she was going to say. Hey, listen, you do not spend your black dollars where you do not get black respect, okay? So that's a choice today. So I'm glad that she said she will never patronize that establishment again. And I hope no other black people go there if that's how you're going to treat our people. Because, see, we're taxpaying citizens in our nation that our ancestors had a hand in building and that we maintain currently. We do most of the heavy lifting in this society. Don't get it twisted. On every level of society, everybody knows, even in the regular workforce, chances are you the black person there that know everything about how that place run. And if you left tomorrow, that shit would go to pieces. And then they want to try to bring in their little nephews and folks because of nepotism or nieces that don't know half as much you know and then want you to have them train you. You train them and then they put them over you as your supervisor. Okay? So I'm just so glad that she said, hey, look, I'm never going back there again. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got a point across here with the lesson here tonight. And I hope everybody was able to absorb something from it. And again, shout out to Sister Annetta, okay? Because listen, that's her right to vote for whoever she wants to vote for and to be safe doing so. So what I want to make sure that we understand is, brothers, especially you younger ones, we have to look out for each other because we all we got, okay? At the end of the day, everything come down to it. The tables turn. These white supremacists and these white supremacist adjacent folks, okay, like taco tellers and all of that, they're going to be looking to be against us. But see, this is exactly why at the beginning of the broadcast, I showed you Mr. Send Them Home Homan here, as I call him, old Tom Homan. Hey, that's why when he coming after you, hey, man, you ain't going to see me cutting for you. They right over there. You call ICE, and if you extra nice, you call them twice, okay? So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, salute and thank you to everybody that joined us in attendance here tonight. Thank you for everybody that contributed to the broadcast, okay? And I will be definitely, I know I've been saying it. Yes, we're going to start having more X spaces. And like I said, I'm very serious about trying to reach out to certain professional sisters. I want to put together, I really want to get, if I have my way over the next couple of weeks, I want to get at least 10, maybe 12 sisters and host that space and just have them chopping up game that young black women can use today to find different means to, you know, make some paper in society without having to go to OnlyFans to do anything to degrade themselves, okay? You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that broadcast, when we do it on X, it will be done in a way where if it is a sister that's out there that had to resort to that because she didn't have the skills, maybe this broadcast will give them an option of something different, okay? And I'm going to try to have it where other people come up and speak to the professional sisters and get some advice, get some game from them. And, you know, hopefully that'll be a good thing that we can get done over here, okay? I'm going to start doing a lot in the coming year that I see there's a need for. I'm not going to wait on nobody else to do it. I've got a platform and we're going to get it done over here. So thank you to everybody that supports this platform, continues to do so. We're going to do some awesome, amazing things because we are awesome and amazing people. That's it. Salute to you, Black First, and I will see you all in future content.